How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Christmas Eve. And yep, nice wet one. But with it being Christmas Eve, the Camaro Time family would like to wish each and every single one of you a very Merry Christmas. You know, this time of year is kind of rough and everything, and we'll get into that here in a few minutes, but I just wanted to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Be safe and just have a nice, enjoyable time with whoever you get to spend it with. Be thankful for that, and let's get on the road. Again, it's Christmas Eve. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. And I don't take that lightly, because I know with COVID, you know, the whole pandemic this year, we have lost a lot of extra people that we normally wouldn't lose. And my hearts and my condolences and my prayers go out to each and every single one of those families. I'm not taking this time lightly. You know, I really hate it. I wish there was something that I could do, but there just isn't. Except, you know, offer my condolences and pray for everything to be better for you, you know, and get some type of relief and solace. Now, I was sitting here thinking, you know, with it being Christmas tomorrow, and I'm gonna try my best to get this video up today, Christmas Eve, but if I can't, then, you know, it'll just have to be tomorrow, Christmas. But it got me thinking, you know, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not like 18 years old anymore. So it got me to thinking, you know, we have a lot to be thankful. Yes, I know everything is a mess right now, but we have a lot to be thankful for. We really do. And the way I look at it is, every second that we spend in the present becomes the past. And as long as we never forget the past, we can always control our future. You know, it goes back to, I guess, the old saying, you are the way you were raised, you know, kind of that type of deal. Because I was raised, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, if there's a lady around, you let them go in first. Respect for your elders, all that stuff. And today's, we really don't have that. Children are not taught that anymore. And I don't know, it got me to thinking about Christmases past. My childhood memories, you know, from being around, from the time that I can remember, being with my family and everything during the Christmas holidays. So what I'm going to ask of you, you know, if you like this video and everything, you know the routine, please like, share, subscribe, but in the comment section, share your fondest memories about your Christmases past. Whether it be today's Christmas, Christmas 5 years ago, Christmas 10 years ago, it does not matter. Share those Christmases, because I remember when I was a kid, my family always made a big deal out of Christmas. There was 2 times of the year, if nothing else happened, we were going to celebrate Thanksgiving, and by God, we was going to celebrate Christmas. My mom and dad were not wealthy, but I never had to hurt for anything, and they made sure those 2 days of the year was special. And you know, you just look back on times like that, and it's not like that anymore. Times have so changed. But I remember waking up Christmas morning, you know, the whole Santa deal. So if you got your children out there watching this, which I hope you don't, because you know, sometimes they get a little crazy. But if you got them believing in Santa, now's the time to, you know, have them go do something else. But I remember, you know, sitting around the house, couldn't hardly sleep the night before, but I wanted to go to sleep so bad, because I knew the quicker I went to sleep, the quicker Santa would come, the quicker I would be able to open my Christmas presents Christmas morning. Never had an idea of what Santa was going to bring me. It was always so much fun. You know, you get up, you go in there all sleepy-eyed, and there's the Christmas packages. And you know, being parents, sometimes they like to torment you. Yeah, you know, so-and-so, yeah, Santa came. You got a lot of presents this year, it looks like. Look at all that stuff under the tree. But you can't open them just yet. We got to have breakfast or something along those lines. They love to torment us kids. But, you know, it was a special time for them too. And, you know, I miss those times because now both of my parents are gone. I lost my father when I was like 13 years old. And I lost my mom about 5 years ago. And, you know, sometimes you just get wrapped up. You get caught up in thinking about things the way they used to be, how you wish you could go back and change them, or the good old days. And believe me, the good old days is going to be the topic of another video. I've already got that one in the thought process, in the memory banks, if you will. But, you know, you catch yourself sitting around reminiscing about, like I said, my parents always made sure that Christmas Day, Christmas and Thanksgiving was always a special holiday. So my parents, my mom especially, she loved to cook. So we would always have family in from out of town, even from in from out of state for Christmas dinner. You know, they come over. We normally eat around, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock, exchange gifts and all that. But by then, you know, us children would have already opened our packages from our parents and gave our parents their packages if we had any. And my mom would always spend 2-3 days in advance preparing, cooking food for the dinner. You know, Thanksgiving we would have the turkey and everything, and macaroni and cheese with tomatoes and homemade potato salad. Everything was homemade. It wasn't store-bought. And that's another thing that we lose with today's generation. Everything has to be store-bought. You know, you can run out to Bojangles, get your deep fried turkey, or you can go over. Used to, you could go to Food Line and order a Thanksgiving Day turkey dinner. But, you know, my mom would spend so much time, and she enjoyed it. She thoroughly enjoyed it. And that's one of the greatest memories I have of my mother, is watching her in the kitchen talking. And, you know, I'd be like, Mom, why are you going through all this trouble, you know? Well, so-and-so might be here. Might. It's not a definite, but might. Sorry about that. I had to stop. I'm out running a few last-minute errands. But, yeah, back to the story. Like I say, my mom would do all this preparation in the hopes that people would come, and they always did. But as my family got older, we started going down to my grandmother's house for Sunday dinners. But we would always do Sunday dinners at my grandmother's and Thanksgiving and Christmas at our house. And I just remember all those good times, you know, all of the young kids getting together. We had our own little smaller table with the smaller chairs. We'd sit there and ask each other what everybody got for Christmas, and show off to each other what we got for Christmas, you know. And then if it wasn't cold and messy, you'd go outside, and you know, being young, you'd play. You would just, it was just such great times. And you know, as you get older, I remember my parents would always say every single year, man, it's Christmas already. It sure don't seem like it. The older they got, the older I got, the more I heard it, the more they said it. And you know, as I'm getting older, I understand that. You know, you learn certain things in life, and people's attitudes change, the way they celebrate changes. Just so many different variables go into it. But man, being a kid at Christmas time was always such a good time. And I don't know, I miss those days. And I guess the point of this video is for me to, number one, have each and every one of you think about times when you was a kid at Christmas time. Think of those fond memories. And if you still are able to celebrate it with your parents, no matter what is going on, I know life is hard. People say things, people do things. I understand that. I've done things, my parents did things, we've said things, but I'm telling you right now, I would give it, I would take it all back. I would forget every bit of it for just one more Christmas with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound mushy or any of that crap, but hindsight is 20/20. You know, you sit here and you do things, you say things, and then later on in life you're like, well, dang, I wish I could take that back. Well, you can't take it back, unfortunately. Sorry. So there's a heads up for you. Spoiler alert. But, and secondly, the people that you are going to spend this Christmas with, no matter what has happened between you and them before, be joyous and thankful that they're there. You've got that instant, like I said, this present time becomes tomorrow's past. So be thankful that you have that minute at that point in time to be able to celebrate with your loved ones. And third, if you have children, just make a little bit of a special attempt to make the day more about them, because you know you're not going to get older. When you get older, you don't want your children looking back saying, well, you know, I wish we could have done this, I wish we could have done that. It's not about the money, it's about the time spent. It's about being together with each other. It's about all those good things. So take it with a grain of salt. I know everybody doesn't believe in Christmas. I know everybody doesn't believe in the holidays. Not everybody has the spirit. I understand that. So no matter what your belief, no matter what your religion, no matter what your race, at least take the time to enjoy the day, to do something nice for somebody besides yourself. You know, just take the time and make the day more enjoyable for anybody you may come in contact with. But we're out riding and rambling, and that's exactly what I'm doing, rambling, reminiscing about days gone by. I remember one Christmas my mom and dad said, you know, not to expect much because Santa was busy. I'm like, well, Santa makes everything. How can Santa be busy and not have time to make my presents, my gifts? I've been a good boy. At least that's the story I was telling. But you know how it is. Santa knows whether you are or not. But I was like, Santa makes everything. What are you talking about? Times are hard. And they never fail. I woke up that Christmas morning, went in there, not expecting to get much of anything, and sure as the world, up underneath the tree was full as always. I don't know how they did it, but they never let me down. And you know, looking back, knowing what I know now, I'm so blessed and so thankful for all those days, all those times, all those memories. Like I said, if I could do it all over again and have one more day. Dang Fords. Anyhow, it's a messy day. I just wanted to ride around and take care of some errands, and I figured while you was with me that we would take care of it together. Rain's starting to pick up. I got one more place to stop that I really don't want to stop. Walmart. But, you know, how was your Christmases when you was young? How are your Christmases now? Leave comments and stuff below. Like I said, doesn't matter if you believe or not. Doesn't matter if you celebrate or not. You're always welcome here. I don't care. That's your personal choice, your personal taste, whatever. Might be your religion. I can't knock anybody and will not knock anybody because they don't share the same beliefs as me or share the same thoughts as me. That's not what this is about. We have to, as human beings on this planet, we have to be open to other ideas, other thought processes. You know, as long as we're not hurting each other by doing so. Now, if you don't like somebody and you just walk up and slap them, well, you deserve what you get back in return for that, you know. And I'm not condoning none of that by any means, but I'm just saying, if you do something stupid, expect a stupid prize for it. You know? Oh, Lord. But I got to run right here in the Wally World, and we'll finish this up in just a few minutes. Oh, that was fun, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. No, it wasn't too bad. The hardest part was people not watching where they're going. La La Land, looking at stuff they want to buy, people at last minute. Yours truly is guilty of that same process, but my waiting to the last minute has something more to do with COVID than anything else. But let's wrap this up and head to the hacienda, the casa, the house, my humble abode. Sorry most of the riding today was on the highway, but now you get to see what kind of a mess I have to drive through. You say, what in the world is this? Hanukkah lights. They had the candles on top of the car lit up. That's pretty cool. And that just goes to prove what I was saying earlier about open, you know, different religions and everything. Hanukkah. You know, I'm not Jewish or anything, or Catholic or whatever. I am Southern Baptist, to tell you the truth, but I'm open to Hanukkah. I'm open to anything else. That's just the way you have to be. You have to be willing to change with times, but not yet forget where you come from. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this rant today, this meaningless, go to nowhere video, if you will, and just to, you know, reiterate what little bit of time that you have with everybody. Make the most of it, because you do not know when the last time will be. Disregard anything that has happened throughout the year. Disregard anything that has been said, anything that has been done, you know, up to a certain level, of course. And be merry, be happy. I know we're all stuck at home. We've got all these restrictions we got to deal with. A lot of us, myself included, don't have a job right now. That's out of our control. I try to only worry about things that I can control. Just like my first stop, they were closed today. Well, if I would have been able to get what I wanted earlier in the week, I could have controlled being able to get that. But they're closed today, and they won't open back up till Saturday, and that's their rights. You know, they want everybody to spend time at home with family and whatnot. So I couldn't control when I was able to go get it, so I'm not able to control that I don't have it. So nothing I can do about it. That's why I went where I went today. I really didn't want to go there, but I did anyway. I could control that. I can control if I have to ride from here all the way to Concord, Monroe to Concord, which is, you know, 30-minute ride. I can control that. I can ride around Monroe, I can ride around Concord until I find somewhere that I want to give my business to that is open. I can control that, is what I'm trying to tell you. But other things we just can't control. So don't worry about the little things. The little things will take care of themselves. They always have, they always will. Just be very merry, be safe, be healthy, and enjoy the moment. Because again, you don't know when it will be your last. Again, if you will, what was your experiences as a kid growing up with Christmas? Did your parents always try to make it a happy one? Was it always like one of my favorite movies that comes on starting 8 o'clock at night, Christmas Story? Was it like Ralphie wanting that BB gun and doing everything that he could do to get that BB gun? You know, what was your experience as a child in Christmas? Any comments? Are more than welcome. Any open discussions? You know, like I said, just keep it clean. No threatening, no vulgarity or anything like that. Enjoy your time. I wish you a very Merry Christmas again, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you all so very much for coming.